The COVID crisis simply not hitting everyone the same way. Over the last year, women have lost more jobs than men. And those who are still working carrying a greater share of the workload at home as well. Today in the Base, Kris Sanchez is live with some of the pressures on working moms. Now, you're one of them, Kris.
Aren't we both, Laura? You know, it's not been easy this last year for anybody, not for any family, but within the family unit, it seems that moms who are also working at home are really getting beat up by this pandemic. I want to show you some findings of an academic journal. 80% of mothers say they are also responsible for housework at home. 66% of mothers say they are mainly responsible for childcare, and 75% of mothers say that they are spending more time helping the children with distance learning while still working their own jobs, trying to keep the family finances afloat. The numbers are higher for single mothers. Now, while more women than men have lost their jobs during the pandemic, the jobs report showed that of the 227,000 jobs lost, women accounted for 86%. And when those jobs finally start to come back, and we just heard that jobs report, they're not coming back just yet, but as those jobs come back, without schools and childcare fully open, women may not be in the position to apply for those jobs just yet.
And Kris, it certainly hits home for us. You know, we're all moms here today in the Bay as well. And you know, you're just trying to work and hold down the fort and do what we can.
Yeah, it's tough for you. You have 3 young children the same age. I would imagine that you need a lot of help with distance learning.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're at it every day. The thing is, they're triplets, so they're all in the same class, so they get the same homework. But here we're doing science, you know, projects and everything. I do love the opportunity to be with the kids and see those aha moments of when they really, really get something. But I do, you know, I've had to brush up on my math skills as well. I find out how much I love, you know, California history and vocabulary and all those great things. But it is busy. But, you know, I'm not unlike any other mom out there that, you know, is just trying to juggle it all.
Yeah, and Carrie, you have a different set of challenges. You have both of your kids at home, and you're also trying to get them their occupational therapy and other interventions that they need.
Right, so I am fortunate to have my mom here to help care for them while I'm working. But yeah, we're distance learning, and you know, before the pandemic, I had a whole squad around me when it came to tackling autism for both of my children. We had those occupational therapists, ABA therapists, we had counselors, special education teachers, and then when the pandemic hit, poof, they're all gone. And so now it's all falling on me to try to give them all of the services they need. And for my daughter, she's in that really critical time where really early intervention is all you have for autism. And I'm just trying to take all that I learned from her previous therapist and try to apply it to her, but I'm really not doing a good job at that. Here she is, 4 years old, and I can barely get her to say a word, and I can't even find, you know, services to help me with her right now. And then I'm also, you know, focusing on my son, who does get services, but it's after school, so he spends like all morning online on school, and then he has his online services, and then all afternoon it's homework. I mean, we were up last night until after 8 o'clock doing homework, and you know, at the end of the day, he's just so frustrated, he's stressed, he's crying because, you know, he's having a hard time understanding what to do, and he has so much homework. And y'all, this is 3rd grade, so I can't even imagine what it's like for people who have older kids at this point. It is really stressful.
It really is. And then at the end of the day, you're like, I'm just tired.
Exactly. Let's just all go to bed. And I think that that's important sometimes. You leave the dishes in the sink and you go to bed a little earlier and you just say everything else can wait because, you know, you have to take care of that social, emotional component. I'm in a little different situation because my kids are older, so their academic rigor is high, but they are also pretty self-sufficient. The challenge for us is keeping them on track. They're pretty motivated, but everybody has their days. And they're also sharing a workspace. They share a bedroom. We live in a 939 square foot house. Dad's working at home as well. So definitely some of the skills that they've gotten through this pandemic are life skills. They have learned how to do laundry. They have learned to load the dishwasher my way, not their way. And they've learned to, make their own lunches and clean up after themselves, because really in a tiny space with two working parents, you just can't have them not doing those things. And it's probably something that they should have been doing all along as they were growing up, and we gave them chores, but definitely we've gotten a little more serious about the chores. But I know you guys are doing the best that you can, and we've talked about it, off air, and it's really challenging.
Yeah, life skills though those kids are learning as well. Well, we'll keep going at it. We still got a show to do here too, school and work. At least everybody's sleeping right now for the moment, so that's like this is our little moment of zen. And thanks to work as well, because they've let us do this. They've let us do this juggling of work and juggling our children too. So we're thankful to the management team at NBC. Okay, back at it. Thanks so much, Kris.